You're watching the Fox 5 Morning News at 7.
Oh, get excited. New bagel shop is making your favorite flavors, just like they do in New York City.
Heather Lake Live is Carlsbad with some ideas for Mother's Day brunch. Ooh, a bagel.
I know. Look at this spread. Look at this spread. This looks so simple, right? So maybe you have some little kiddos and you don't want them kind of like, you know, turning on the stove early in the morning. I know that my kiddos aren't old enough to make pancakes. You can come out here. It's called Inglourious Bagels. Grab some bagels either the night before or early in the morning. They're open early on Mother's Day, and you can just make a beautiful spread. Grab some fruit and some flowers, and there you go. Voila. These are not just any ordinary San Diego bagels, all right? We're talking New York City style, authentic bagels. We're going to show you how it's made. But first, I had to talk to some of the customers. So, good morning, you guys. These guys, you guys go to a middle school. Are you in middle school or high school? In high school, and we're part of the television broadcast at school. You are? Oh my gosh. Okay, so I'm just going to give you my microphone for the next 2 minutes, and you can go do the interviews.
Okay.
He's like, sure, why not? What'd you guys order?
I ordered a cinnamon sugar with a Nutella bagel.
A cinnamon sugar and Nutella? Okay, I have to check out the menu because I didn't even see that one. But they have egg sandwiches, all kind of stuff. And what did we order over here?
I got a plain bagel with honey.
Okay, that sounds awesome. You guys are ready for school? Everything's good up top? All right, good job. Good job. Thanks for being on TV with us this morning. Let's check out what's going on behind the scenes. I want to show you the magic of the bagel making here. Randall, is not that easy to make a New York style bagel. You guys had to figure out the water, all of the things that you boil it and then you bake it. There's a whole process.
Absolutely, there is a whole process, and you know, it's not just the water. That's what we thought at first, but there's a whole bunch of different components that go into it. You know, baking's a very difficult process in the first place, but also with bagels, you have to do proofing time, fermenting times. It's very difficult, but I think we've nailed it now, so we're pretty happy.
There's a lot of trial and error right here. Let's walk and talk so we can show what's going on. Andrew is the lead baker. He's going to be throwing these, watch out, hot water. He's going to be throwing these bagels into the water so we can kind of see the process. Do people all boil bagels, or is this a special recipe?
So that is, well, that's how New York bagels are done. Bread bagels, which is the common bagel you see out here in California, are not boiled, but real New York bagels are boiled for about 2 minutes in water first, and then they go in the oven. That's what gives them their special texture outside. If you look at a baked product like bread, it has a different texture, and that's because it's not boiled.
Ah, okay. So they'll be in here for 2 minutes, and Andrew's going to bake them. How do you make, like, the chocolate chip and all of that? Does that have to go in the dough before?
Yes, ma'am. So here we'd make everything ourselves from scratch, and the chocolate chips, the blueberries, everything, that starts in the process in the back, and we mix it all in a massive mixer, and then we roll the bagels ourselves, and then they have to ferment for about 2 days after that and proof, and then they're ready to go.
What's in the water here?
Right now, you have basically New York water, which is special water from New York with the mineral content in New York. Plus, we have malt, we have molasses, and baking soda.
I feel like it's such a science, right?
It
like
is,
I mean, Andrew's like a scientist, not a baker over here. I know.
Right,
and Andrew, you've been baking since you were young, or when did your love for all of this happen?
I've always loved cooking. Baking, I do love food science. I have a big passion for that, and baking is just one of the biggest expressions of that. There's just so much that goes into it. Like so much chemistry, living things like yeast, all that. It's really interesting.
I love it. Just 20 years old?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so making it happen. I love this. We have an order, a little delivery coming your way, and you're going to be able to try all the different bagels. Come on out here, Randall. I might have a few more questions for you. They have schmear here. They have lox. By the way, what's the difference between calling it cream cheese or schmear? Is that just because I'm basic, I would call it cream cheese?
No, not at all. You know, I think it's just kind of, you know, we basically are a New York-style Jewish deli, and if you look at a lot of our kind of items, you know, they're in Yiddish. So schmear, I think, is probably just a Yiddish flip on the whole cream cheese, and it's the way you schmear it onto the bagel.
Okay.
You know, you just smear it on there.
Smear it. Who's from New York?
Well, I lived in Philadelphia for 10 years and Manhattan for about 3 years. So when I first came out here, I couldn't find a bagel I loved, and thankfully got together with Brian and Phil, and we've made one that's legitimate New York bagel now.
Okay. Oh, it smells so good. All the baking happening in here. So, Inglourious Bagels is the name. These are the fellows behind all of that. Brian has a hamburger spot next door, too. So all those boys kind of came this way up top and open this place up, so it all looks good. You guys, if you had to get a schmear and a bagel, what would you order? They're coming your way.
Ooh,
Do you call it schmear, or do you say I want some cream cheese?
I say cream cheese, and I need an everything bagel.
Oh, that sounds
toasted
good.
with
everything
cream cheese,
bagel.
please.
Chrissy says cinnamon
the
So the
raisin.
problem with the everything bagel,
I like your
everything
cinnamon raisin.
Yeah,
The problem with
that's
everything bagel is everybody else needs to be eating the everything bagel, right? Because then you're kind of have that garlicky
No,
thing
that's
going
not
on.
that. No.
And it gets in your
Oh,
teeth.
no.
You need floss. You need floss and a breath
No, I've
mint.
never had a floss problem with the seeds in it.
Yeah,
It's
the
just,
seeds they get like right there.
it's so good.
They do. I mean, I still love a good bagel.
Schmear.
Schmear, schmear, schmear.
So when is the everything bagel? I thought
Don't
you were-
ask.
what?
Just smile, and then when it comes,
It's
you say
on its
thank you.
way.
It's
It
on
is
its way?
on its way. I sent it via
You
carrier
promise?
pigeon.
Ooh, carrier pigeon. Thank you,
I
Heather.
promise.
Heather
Thank you.
rocks.